Alrighty, guys, we are live with our Bend Not Break episode 4. Whew, I'm excited. We're gonna have a fun time as always, and hopefully we're gonna learn some things along the way. Guys, as always, we got Nina here in the, let me move here, in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Hey, Nina, wait, were you saying something?
No.
Okay, she was just waving. Okay. And that's what we're all about. We're not sure if we're gonna have technical difficulties. We're not sure whose mic's working, who's not working. It's a low budget thing here. Nina.
Ooh, episode 4.
Yeah, can you believe that? 4 episodes now. And we've had some great people on, in the past, but I think this episode might be our best episode. What do you think about that?
I think we're up for some shenanigans tonight.
Yeah, that's, I think, putting it lightly, some shenanigans. So, Nina, for everyone who may not know you on my stream, could you do me a favor? Could you introduce yourself, tell the people what you're all about, tell the people what you do on Twitch, and, let's add in, what is your favorite color? Let's get the people to know you.
Well, hi, I'm NINAERA90. You can also call me Nin, Nina. Lots of options, just don't call me late for dinner. As far as my favorite color, might be a little obvious. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think?
Is it gray? Yellow? Oh, purple. Okay, it's purple.
I do know the purple. But I am on, like everybody here, I'm on my own journey. Mine tends to be a little bit, not just focused on weight loss, but just a fitness journey as a whole. And so far that has included losing 160 pounds of fat, putting on over 60 pounds of muscle. I have completed over 25 5Ks in the past 4 years.
Wow.
And I'm currently training for my first 10K race and a triathlon sprint in August.
Wait, how many 5Ks?
25.
25 5Ks. That's got to be over 100 Ks, right? We'll get our math guys on it. Nina, it always amazes me every time I hear your story. I've heard it 1,000 times, and I fucking love it every single time. It just shows, guys, that fitness can be for everyone, and it's so exciting. That's why I love doing this event with you. So let's keep the ball rolling. Let's go ahead. Let's start introducing our other members. So I'm going to go ahead and switch scene and then quickly run. Okay. Again, low budget, guys. Okay, it's just me. So we got some awesome people with us today. We got METALMEGGS, P1FIIT, and ROCKETFIT. Yes, dude, look at them. All excited. A lot of high energy individuals. Let's go ahead. Let's go down the line. METALMEGGS, can you please let the stream know who you are, what you do on Twitch, and you know what? You give me your favorite color as well.
Wow, hi. My name is METALMEGGS. You can call me Megan or Megs, either one. I was in the Army for 6 years, and I am also a certified personal trainer. I do online training and in-person training at my gym. I do bodybuilding style workouts, a little bit of powerlifting, as long as I'm feeling strong in a day. So, yeah, and then my favorite color is also purple.
Oh, wow,
so that
okay.
was one of the first things NINAERA and I bonded over, our love of. As far as other things about me, I also have 2 cats. And yeah, I just love working out, making people happy, putting each other out, getting each other to our goals,
Awesome.
Whatever your goals are. Yes.
Awesome. I love hearing that. And Megs, your mic is cutting out just a tiny bit, just as a heads up. It's okay. It's okay.
I'll bring it a little bit closer.
No, that's a-okay. Meg, you said that you're a certified personal trainer. What certification did you end up getting? Was it NASM? What was it?
It was through NASM. So
yeah.
about almost 2 years ago, and I really love it.
it's honestly, and this is me not picking sides because I also have an NASM certification, but I think they're the best.
Yes, I think so too.
Oh, I love it. All right, so moving on to P1FIIT with the glorious hair, the glorious mustache. Yeah, let it flow, baby. Oh, there we go. P1FIIT. Buddy, same question to you. Tell me about yourself. Tell me what you do on Twitch. And you know what? Just because I see a lot of like Marvel stuff, who's your favorite Marvel superhero?
Oh, come on. You gotta ask that right here. My name is P1FIIT. I go by Travis. I am a fitness instructor, fitness educator, personal trainer, and been in this for about 13 years or so, working my way up into a national presenter and trainer role with a company called Les Mills, a group fitness organization. I am passionate about fitness instruction and just helping people through their journey. So I started streaming just a little over a year ago. And really my goal here, my why, ultimately was to try to inspire others through passion and authenticity in hopes that they could apply that to their own life, their own journey, whatever well-being journey that meant. So trying to just kind of flip the script on what people see, what people see fitness has to be, and helping them to understand what fitness, what movement can be. So we do themes in the class. It's all kinds of crazy shenanigans. Some of it it's traditional and very not traditional movement, at home stuff. So yeah. Oh, and yeah, Captain America is just my jam.
Oh yeah, cool. Sorry, I got people talking to me outside the window. Okay, so you're saying that you're kind of working towards this like national presenter role rather, but how did you get into fitness?
Yeah, so it was a friend of mine that I'd been in and out for a long time. You know, I worked out in my gym trying to hoist a barbell in my first like barbell press, and I just couldn't really stick to it because, you know, we've all had our stories. And it was a friend of mine that I saw him make a really amazing transformation with his body, and for some reason something clicked with me, and so I just started like just absorbing information and getting into what I thought was going to be just a personal trainer until a group fitness role or certification, a weekend training at a group fitness like thing with Les Mills dropped on my lap, and I was like, yeah, I guess. I mean, it'll help me build my personal training career, so that's what matters to me. And I was just blown away. I'd never had a workout like the one that I had. It was a body pump class, if anyone's ever done anything like that in a gym. And from that moment on, I knew that I wanted to be an educator. I wanted to do what that person did to me in that training, which was just change my whole perspective on what movement could be. And so it's my pay it forward to, I guess, pay it forward.
I love it. Yeah. By the way, body pump, for everyone in chat who doesn't know, it is a blast. I also taught body pump and body combat.
No way, really?
Yeah. I was also
sorry that my Les Mills like woo got like a kick out of that.
Yeah, I also taught silver sneakers classes. Like my concentration's in geriatrics. But yeah, dude. Okay, we've got some bonds here with some people here. Now, probably for the person that had the least amount of common things, the person I probably dislike the most here on Twitch. No, I'm kidding. I actually.
Who's that?
No, guys, I have nothing but nice things to say about ROCKETFIT. ROCKETFIT, longtime friend of the streams. He's just an overall good person. I just kind of want to, you know, put that out there before this night continues. But ROCKETFIT, same question to you, buddy. What do you do on Twitch? Tell us a little bit about yourself, and let's go. Who is your favorite Twitch streamer? We'll go with that question.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's hard. All right, well, I'll give my little elevator pitch. If you ever come into my stream, first thing I say is like, what's up, everybody? My name's ROCKETFIT. It says it on the wall in case you forget. I'm a fitness streamer from San Diego, California. I'm a Marine Corps veteran, and I pick up heavy shit, I put it back down. That's the quick way of explaining what my stream is. You know, one thing
guys, as he's explained this, feel free to ask questions.
That, you know, I'm not the biggest guy on Twitch. I'm not the best.
And then let me know how it goes, okay?
But I do my best to have the most energy. You know, a lot like P1. I want people to come into my stream and be like, "Yo, fitness is
Is
fun."
this better,
like,
Mini?
it's not all about like. I think a lot of people, especially if they're like coming into the fitness world, they think it's a bunch of like gym bros and people that are gonna judge you and people that are gonna treat you poorly. But I'm like, yo, like I want to celebrate everyone's like little accomplishments. I want to celebrate everyone's progress. And what I would say about fitness is it's not a linear journey. I mean, you've got days, you got peaks. You good? Oh, he's like,
Oh no, sorry. I'm
You
talking
got-
to people. Yeah.
Yeah, you got peaks and valleys. Like some days, I mean, even me, like I wake up some days and I'm like, damn, I look like shit. And like some days I wake up and I'm like, man, I'd fuck me. And as long as you're like trending in the right direction, then that's like what fitness is all about. It's about having fun, feeling comfortable in the body that you got, and just making it a fun time. And for me, like I really got into streaming during COVID, where I'm like a really social, talkative person, and I was used to going to the gym and kind of having this like social experience, and I lost that. And after a few months of like COVID lockdowns, I wasn't feeling motivated to work out. And then I kind of stumbled into Twitch Health and Fitness, and I was like, yo, this is exactly what I need. So I try to bring 110% energy every day and just try to make it a good, like wholesome place for people to be and wiggle my butt a little bit. So, and just fun fact, P1, I've been told I have America's ass. So
But Rocket,
why would you bring that up? Does that mean you are now my favorite superhero?
I mean, I'm not saying I'm Captain America, but you've never seen me and Captain America in the
But
same
I'm also
room.
saying that I have America's ass, which that's a bold statement.
Wait.
Let's get that camera going. Let's get a little Eddie
I
Munson.
actually don't have the
There we
booty
go.
cam hooked up right now for you guys to be able to see. So I'm sorry. I mean, it's not a butt cam. It's not a butt camera, guys. It's the low-angled ultra perspective squat form indicator. It's not a
All
butt
right,
cam.
Rocket, when we do a race together, then I expect to hear on your left.
On your left. Okay, perfect.
On your left.
On your
I
left.
assumed you would just have the butt camera up solely during yoga, like during tree pose, where it's just right.
The problem is that when you're doing some things, it's not a butt camera, it's a crotch camera. So I just try to avoid that because I don't think that's the kind of attention. I mean, as much as NINAERA would like it, I don't think it's the attention that she wants on our
There's
stream.
definitely an
Listen, my
audience
first
for that.
preference is fine.
Yeah, no. And
right.
favorite Twitch streamer? Sorry, I didn't really get
No,
that
go
across.
ahead.
Favorite
Yeah.
Twitch streamer, honestly, this is really random. I work from home, so I work a full-time job on top of this. And during COVID, I found there's like a whole subsection of Twitch that does study streams and co-working streams.
Huh.
And there's a streamer named Rumple Study out of like the UK that has like this super odd, like basically they plays like lo-fi music and you like work and stuff. And I think I spend the most time in that stream out of any other stream.
That's awesome.
Which is kind of random, but
Now, guys, I hate to do this right now, but I've been like talking with someone on the other side of this door during all of your guys' introductions, and it's so rude. I'm gonna turn off my camera for just 2 minutes because they need to grab a few things. But Nina, would you like to get the ball rolling on the routine?
I can, or I can babble for a few minutes and
Or
keep
babble.
chatting.
Babbling is great.
We can totally just go through our full introductions again if you'd like.
Yeah.
We just repeat it.
actually
love
flip
it.
it around. Let's pretend to be each other.
Oh,
So,
introduce
like-
ourselves as someone
Yeah.
else
Like,
on
what's
the
up, guys?
stream.
My name's P1FIIT. I've got a great mustache. I'm ridiculously good looking, and
Ooh,
Rocket's ass is
jeez.
amazing.
Wow. God, where do you begin?
You're Megs, by the way.
I'm Eggs. Nice to meet you. I am super strong. I lift a lot of heavy weight. I stream in the evenings. Come follow me.
Honestly, that's not wrong. It's really not.
Okay, cool. So
Because usually
we're out of
when I
time.
end my streams, I get super close to the camera. I'm like, okay, bye.
Don't be
That'll help
suspicious.
with my
Don't be
next
suspicious.
cosplay,
Don't be suspicious.
when I go. Yeah.
Don't be suspicious.
I'm noticing something now that because Joe turned off his camera, so I moved, and on my screen I have Megs and P1FIIT and myself on the top row. Do you guys realize that this is all like metro area for
problem?
those of us that know where we're at in SoCal?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's perfect. We're
Because
segregated.
the three of us all live within an hour and a half
So
of each
funny.
That's
I love
I thought
that.
you were gonna make a bottom joke. Like, you guys notice Rocket's the bottom right now?
In both circumstances,
Listen,
you were the
no
odd
kink
one out
shame.
of that one.
I shame never. Um, and my chat's picking on me. They're like, "Hi, I'm NINAERA, and I like squishmallows." By the way, in case anybody doesn't want to know, yes, my chat's already taunting. We've heard it get stretched to Rocket.
I'm a little tight, you know? I've been told.
That's
Ooh.
what she said.
Ooh. What kind of stream is this now?
I'm talking about my muscles. What are you thinking,
Oh,
P1?
obviously.
Jeez.
What were you thinking, Mags? God.
Yeah. Megs is like, I've had you muted for the past 10 minutes. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Someone's got to come back.
My-
And we're gonna derail the hell out of it.
So
Sorry,
here's a
I'm
fun
like
question.
all over the place because I decided last minute to stream it and nobody else can, like everyone can hear me, but they can't hear anyone else. So I'm trying to figure out how to fix that.
How do you guys feel about your mobility?
What's mobility?
Latin mobility.
Oh, you're talking about mobility. Got it. I have done. I don't know if you know. I'm a practitioner of the yogic arts. I am master of Trash Pandasana, which is a special thing. I fasted for at least 4 hours one time in the Himalayan foothills.
Wow.
Yeah. And
You get a colored belt, or you get what color belt?
no, it's called enlightenment.
Oh, gotcha. That's
Like
your
I'm
reward.
actually.
That's
You
your
can't
reward.
tell, but I'm actually not standing on the ground right now. I'm floating.
Did
You
you
know, I was
lose
gonna
all
say,
of your
when
worldly
you-
desires?
When you went into your description of like your stream and whatnot, I was gonna say, wow, Rocket looks truly enlightened. I don't know what it is about that aura, but yeah. So.
It's really just like the blue lights are kind of making like a UV effect. That's why I'm glowing.
No, you definitely look good, and I appreciate that. Thank you for dressing up.
See, I wanted to be different because I always wear all black on stream, and I was like, I'm just gonna wear bright clothes for this. Let's make it fun.
All right, so I'm sorry about that, guys. They needed to grab a bunch of things, but I am good to go. You guys ready to start stretching out and hopefully not breaking?
No breaking.
Yeah, no breaking.
The whole deal behind this title is I get to bend you and I get to torture you, but I don't break you.
No breaking.
As ready as I'll ever be.
Awesome.
All right, so I'm gonna start my watch because I actually track all the things. Ask Joe sometimes. He hears about my activity days.
She's insane, guys. She's like, yeah, so I hiked a mountain, swam 10 meters, and then I did like 1,000 jumping jacks, punched a bear. I'm like, what the hell are you doing right now?
All right, so we're gonna start in stacked pose, also known as tabletop.
Okay, hold on.
There is no standing today.
Ooh,
Man.
Oh.
All right.
So with our stack pose, you want to make sure that your shoulders are over your wrists and your hips are over your knees. And we're going to do some cat-cows. So start by pushing your hands down into the mat. You're going to arch the spine outward. And I like to rock forward and backward while I still have the arch in my spine.
So Nina, you're holding the arch and rocking over your hands and your knees?
Mm-hmm.
Insane. Actually feels really good.
I've already broken.
Can't feel my toes. I'm just kidding.
All right, and what you're going to do
problems.
is drop the arch downward and bring your chest forward. And we're going to do the same thing as well.
This is the reason why we don't have the butt camera right now. This is POS in like a second. Which actually people might be able to see in my mirror. Okay, I don't care.
It looks good. It's fine.
All right, and push back into the cat. We're going to go through this a few times. We're going to move on to our next movement.
So
It's really
rock
good
it
for
Oh, sorry, go ahead,
decompression
Nina.
of the spine. I was gonna say it's good for decompression of the spine.
I actually have a question for Rocket here from chat. They're asking, are you single?
No, I'm married. I have a wife. I got married in June.
It was funny. It was the first question asked.
What, you think America's ass going to be on the market for that long? Come on.
All right, one more time with our cow pose. So bring the chest forward. All right, so this is where it's going to get a little fun. Bring the spine back to neutral. And you're going to walk your hands over to one side and kind of think of doing a side crunch. So the goal is to try and bring your shoulder to your hip. You should get a stretch on the opposite side.
Oh, yeah.
Just kind of walk it back and forth.
Hey, Rocket, have you ever thought of cosplaying as Patrick from SpongeBob?
No, this is Patrick. Actually, I didn't really think about it. That my outfit is like perfectly that.
Yes.
All right, this is what I get for being festive. You know,
I like
like,
it.
I'm
I'll
wearing. I'm
never
wearing
do
all
this
black.
again,
I'm wearing
ever.
a black turtleneck next time. This is not.
All right. So we're going to come into our first spicy stretch.
Nice.
All right. So while we're in tabletop, you're going to palm on the mat, but face your fingers towards you.
I hate this
My
one.
body does that. I don't know if my body does that.
Try.
Okay.
You might be surprised.
I got to see where you go with this before I get.
Well, this is the
Before I
first step.
before I trust
Oh,
you.
just that. Oh, just that. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It already hurts. What do I do?
If it hurts here, does it hurt or does it discomfort?
It's discomfort.
So if you're already at the edge of discomfort, stay here. If you want to
Okay.
increase
Dude,
the intensity, lean back.
Why is Edge of Discomfort the best like hardcore metal band name?
Yeah, discomfort with yoga is good, pain is bad.
Mm-hmm.
The Marine Corps told me pain is weakness leaving the body, so I don't know who to listen to.
Well, this isn't the Marine Corps. This is yoga and stretching.
This is yoga core.
Have y'all done yoga, like power core yoga? Whew, it is a workout.
Oh, it's a thing.
That's like two of the 4 yoga classes I've ever done in my life were at Core Power Yoga.
It is a butt whooping. Oh, this feels really good.
Oof.
All right, come back up. And I would recommend rolling up the wrists for a moment. Because this
Was
next
that
part's going to be
spicy?
fun.
I'm not ready for this
Good.
amount of spice. Sarah. That was the first spicy one.
that's bell pepper spice.
Oh shit.
All right, so this time we're only going to do one hand at a time, and you're going to put the top of your hand on the mat, palm up, fingers still facing you.
Oh yeah, this is the one that.
Yep.
That one's not too good.
Yeah, I don't like this one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we only do this one at a time.
Oh yeah, well I tried to do 2, and that's probably I was like, oh, I got this. No, I can do this.
As you
Yeah.
fall on your face.
So for those that might be following along at
breaks on
home,
stream.
yeah, part of the reason for doing one at a time is so that you still have the ability to control your body in the event that you need to bail out.
Or you just face plant, right?
I've actually heard people damaging their wrists doing this at the same time and they weren't ready for it.
Oh.
So.
I don't think that'll work.
All right, swatch through to the other hand.
Oh. You know what? We haven't had an injury yet on this stream, so it'd be a great way to go viral. I'm just saying.
Don't say yet.
Wait, okay, is that what we
Challenge
need?
accepted.
Again, it's called bend not break, Joe. Not bend and break.
Every time you say bend not break, that like line from that Pantera song "Broken" goes in. It's like I'm broken. Like it pops in my head every time.
What if I don't break, but I shatter instead? Can I just go past breaking?
correct me if I'm wrong, but a shattering is a form of broken.
Oh, okay. So we're synonyms still count. Okay.
Yeah, she got you
Yes.
on that. It's a technicality.
Gotcha.
You have glass
It is a
bones and
state,
paper
not a
skin.
methodology. How's that?
Yo, what is it? Like an Unbreakable reference? Is that what that movie was?
All right. So come back up into tabletop. And we're going to kind of wiggle our way down into a cobra pose.
Oh.
And we just stay here the rest of the stream, right?
We'll stay here for a moment. We're gonna see if I can make it through the next move. Joe, I promise to be careful.
Oh,
I tried it
yes.
earlier and it was not hurting.
So for everyone who doesn't know on chat, Nina's actually hurt right now. And correct me if I'm wrong, Nina, you're not supposed to be putting any weight on your arms, right?
Yeah, I'm not supposed to be doing any push, pull, or overhead movement, and I'm not supposed to have any weight in this arm, like at all.
I mean, I'm no fitness guy, but this is definitely a push-in movement.
I feel like that's more of a recommendation, not necessarily like a
More like
hard.
bylaws.
I
Yeah.
mean, listen, I was more apt to listen to it yesterday before everything popped back into place.
Oh,
Because I
gosh.
couldn't like, lift up. But what I am going to do while you guys are holding that is I'm going to put on my brace for a moment to give my rotator cuff a little bit of support.
Yeah, we'll just wait here. You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I can like chill in cobra pose for like 10 minutes, so.
No, it's impossible.
Sorry, I
man.
had to answer the door. I guess I have to restart, right? It doesn't count.
Yeah, we all start at the beginning now. It's like when one person isn't finished, we have to start it all. Thanks, Megs.
Oh, we're screwed then, because I will drop out quite a bit.
She's like, rule 3 of friend don't break. The weakest link is the strongest link.
Yeah, why didn't we go over these rules beforehand? We were just kind of tossed in.
All right. So when you're ready, tuck your toes,
Okay.
and we're going to pivot the hips upward into down dog.
Oh, this one's.
So my mic is in my mouth, so if you guys hear me breathing, just ignore me, okay?
As long as you're not drowning like before, we just we're worried about you.
Joe is downward dog underwater, scuba diving.
All right.
Downward doggy paddle?
Let's do it.
So
Yeah, downward doggy paddle.
if you want to increase the intensity for this, I'm going to center my left foot, and I'm going to reach up with my right foot, spinning open the hips.
Sorry, my earbud fell out.
And bring that right foot forward into a runner's lunge.
Wait, Meg, you said you had to answer the door? I thought you're at a commercial gym right now.
Oh, I'm having help, aka Krispy Kreme husbando help.
Oh, okay.
With my stream.
All right, so here's a fun trick. Twist upward towards your right and twist that arm up into the air.
Oh,
That
low back
transforms
pop. Dear
this.
God, that was
Yes.
I do this every single day I work out.
I don't ever do this.
I've never done this
Into a
once.
glute stretch. All right, drop the back knee, and we're gonna come up, flex the toes on the right foot, and lean forward.
Oh, shit.
Ooh. And this is
So
for
I
your
did like
hamstrings.
I did like Nordic ham curls yesterday, and I'm either my hamstrings are so sore.
Oh, so your knee is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, let's really focus on his hamstrings right now. Oh, have you, P1FIIT or METALMEGGS, have you guys done those Nordic hamstring curls before?
I have, but it's been a while since I've done them.
They suck.
I started doing them
Yes.
actually for the God of War theme that I'm doing right now, since the whole Nordic theme just kind of made sense. So
Oh.
See what you did there.
Wait, did you do like a whole cosplay with the God of War?
You know, that seems like a lot of extra work for, you know, the 8 or 9 that are committed to being there. But, you know, yeah, so I do every once in a while, just not like for the,
Alright.
not for the everyday kind of streams.
Yo,
Come
his
forward.
She-Hulk one was dope. He had like a filter that made his whole body green.
Oh, that's cool.
It was sick.
So come forward, and then you're gonna kind of walk your foot over to the other side of the mat, and we're gonna drop into pigeon pose.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
This is where.
Yeah, I love this.
I do like elevated pigeon. Like where
That
your front
is a-
leg, you put it on like a bench.
Yeah, that's a great way to
Oh.
start it.
Yeah, I love that.
So, Rocket,
Yeah.
you said that your quads are getting worked on, right?
Yeah. The
So-
most painful thing ever, guys. If you ever go to a massage therapist and they work on your quads, I can only imagine it's just like it's worse than giving birth.
So,
Oh, okay.
if you want to incorporate a quad stretch, bring up your left foot and reach back.
And reach back to my foot.
Mm-hmm. Other hand.
Other hand, like this.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I can't.
Okay. One of the other's fine. But yeah, it's a...
Okay, there we go. Nina! Look at me!
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Dude, do you see
doing
this? I'm doing it,
Yeah.
guys!
For the record,
hands,
when we
man,
started
motherfucker.
this, Joe could not get into pigeon at all.
Dude, I'm basically superhuman now.
Hey, progress.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
only
god,
took 4
get
episodes.
off
this-
the leg.
Let me just tell you, when I met Joe at TwitchCon, he is such a massive human being. Like,
Okay, weird fat joke, but okay. Let's see.
No,
how this
no, I
pans
mean
out.
like his shoulders are so broad. I always looked at him and I was like, how can he lift so much weight? He doesn't look that fit. No, I'm just kidding. No, but it's amazing that he can do it, like all this flexible stuff now. He's such a big dude in a good
yeah.
way.
Yeah, no, it's actually all thanks to Nina, guys. It took 4 episodes, and you can look like me.
Man, sold.
All right.
Sold.
So untuck the foot, and we're actually going to bring it down, catch your toes, and extend your heel further.
Oh.
So kind of like the the furthest out part of a mountain climber.
Got it.
Should be a calf stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
And I'm
Oh, I
being
see, I
attacked by a
see.
void move.
Oh. Yeah, I was actually I was pretty happy to meet ROCKETFIT and METALMEGS at TwitchCon. You guys are so nice in person. Like, it's insane.
What are you trying to say about us on stream?
Well, no, on stream you guys are assholes.
There.
All right. Lay down on your stomach.
Did it work?
I like this one. I'm cool with this one. Oh.
All right. So what you're gonna do is bring your right foot or your right knee. You want to come square out of the hip.
Hold
Bye, Rocket.
Give me 1 second. Hold on.
He's already out. He's already out. We've had
So-
one
No,
drop.
no. I'll be right back. I'll be
NINAERA,
right
you're
back.
telling us to go to sleep?
We're gonna make a square U, and then flex your toes.
With what leg?
Square me.
Right leg.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is
It's
known
actually-
as half frog.
That's how I sleep now, by the way.
Hi, can I help you? Really?
Oh, it's the cat. Okay, I was like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how well y'all can see her. I'm being attacked and aggressively snuggled.
Okay.
That's the best.
I had to make a wardrobe change because I was like genuinely afraid that I was gonna have a wardrobe malfunction. Yeah, I was like, when you start feeling like a breeze on your nether regions, I was like, those might be out.
I love it. That's great. Oh man. Wait, were you not wearing underwear with those short shorts?
No, those were like swim trunks. So I had like the netting. You know, there's like the netting in there.
I feel like that's a really
Called
personal
Ranger
question.
panties.
Okay.
Yo,
I was
Ranger
curious.
panties. If I was wearing ranger panties, we 100% would have a wardrobe malfunction, and all of you would be banned.
Okay. Can you go lay down?
I'm laying down.
Here's Midnight.
Apologies for the attack of the floof. All right, so untuck that, and we're gonna come back into our down dog.
Okay.
And we're gonna do all that again on the other side.
So it's right leg in the center then?
Yep, we're gonna right foot and then bring the left one up.
Yeah.
Jimmy, look at you go! I'm so proud of you.
Dude, I am like basically a yoga person now.
All right,
Oh,
bring
dude.
that left foot forward.
Your name should just be Joga from now on.
I'll do it. Average jogas. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whew. Y'all, I'm feeling cycling from yesterday.
Wait, is Nina breaking? Oh no.
Listen, once in a while, even I get tight muscles.
I don't believe that. I think you're trying to hype up the stream right now. I appreciate it, but at the same time, I don't believe you.
Nina, when did you get your yoga like training or certification? When did you go through that?
I'm still working on it.
Oh, really? Okay.
She's like, these are ours, okay?
Hell yeah.
All right. So drop that back knee. And we're going to come up, straighten the left leg, and flex the toes. So I don't fall over. But yes, I am currently working on a stretching and flexibility coach certification through NASM.
See, NASM is where it's at, guys. I'm telling you. It's the best. It's so good, right?
Honestly, like, I learned a lot about muscles that I don't think I would have learned, like, I did certification.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like in that aspect, it was definitely worth the investment.
Yeah, they go pretty hard on like the biomechanics and like almost like the physiology of it as well. Like learning about like the power stroke and like the different sacromeres and muscle fiber types. I
What was
appreciate
also
that.
really nice was that they were really flexible with like timing that I did my certification. So I took a little bit longer to do it because I did it during deployment.
Oh, okay.
So they were like, yeah, if you weren't able to, you know, do the group test, that's okay. Like, it's no big deal. So that was really nice, flexible about it.
Well, yeah, I would hope that they would be cool about that. You're like, hey, I'm deployed. They're like, no, you have to do it right now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Come forward and come into pigeon pose.
Do you guys have any, this is kind of an open-ended question for everybody. Do you guys, have you seen the CSCS certification? Do you guys know what that is?
Counter-Strike.
That's what I was thinking.
I got that a long time ago. Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I got 1.5, 1.6, source, what up? Nerds, all of you, by the way. But yeah,
You have no room to talk,
me?
Mr. Cosplay as O'Connell.
So like I made this observation a while ago. I was like, no matter how cool or whatever someone seems on Twitch, everyone's got this like baseline level of nerdiness that like, it's like, cause you just end up on Twitch somehow. Like you're not like a not nerd and like, oh, I'm gonna go stream on Twitch. Like, no, everyone's got some nerdy aspect to them.
That's fair. Bring up the back foot.
All right, let's see. All right, this side's a little bit tighter.
One side usually is.
Okay, hold up. I can do this. Yeah.
God.
So for this one, it is worth noting, you want to make sure that you're not shifting your hips too much. And you want to try and keep them level.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, the CSCS is like the gold standard or like the highest degree that one can get for personal training, like arguably, right? I was curious if you guys wanted to pursue that, but it looks like no one knows what it is.
All right. Untuck the foot.
Oh.
I am
And bring
looking
it down
at
for that
nutrition
catfish.
stuff next. I think I want to do the precision nutrition level 1. That's what I'm.
Ooh.
Ooh, see, I think that stuff's like. So my big weird thing is like, so I've never gotten like. So when I was in the Marine Corps, I had a job called what's called a CPTR, which is like Command Physical Training Representative, and I actually had to like go to a course and you like learn a lot of the stuff you would like getting certified, but you don't get certified because it's all run by the Marine Corps, and because it was my job to like if there were like Marines that were outside of height and weight standard, it was my job to like haze them back into height and weight standards.
Yeah.
And
Say that
but-
so calmly.
that's basically what it was. It was like every day we were PTing, like, you know, and but it was good. I mean, it helped a lot of guys keep their careers and stuff. But so now that I've been out for like 4 years, I get the question a lot, like, oh, like, you know, are you certified? Like, how, like, you know, do you plan on doing that? And the only reason I've kind of shied away from it is because I don't, because I have a career like outside of streaming and stuff. So it's like it's just been not a priority because like I wouldn't be using it, like actively using it. Aside from just being like, hey, I'm certified and like on stream, you know. But I feel like the nutrition stuff would be like really important because I think the most questions I get are about diet.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You know.
I'm going to interrupt for just a second. Sorry.
Oh.
I love this conversation. We are getting a question about any modifications for pigeon pose for knees.
That's a good question.
So for this pose specifically, if the issue is when you're trying to bring up your back knee, I would recommend a thicker mat. Or
Guys, if you have any questions, please ask them. We have METALMEGS, P1FIIT,
another
ROCKETFIT,
option is actually
and NINAERA. Ask questions,
knee
anything.
pad that is for yoga specifically. They're about a ½ inch of foam, and they really make a big difference for stabilizing. And it really helps. Just kind of getting a little bit of cushioning between your knee and the ground.
So would that make it easier in terms of the stretching, or just easier on the knees, like less force?
It's easier on the joint.
On the joint, okay.
But
See, that's good to know.
it does not lessen the impact of the stretch.
Cool.
One thing
Sorry
that
about
I
that.
know because I've dealt with some like injuries recently, so I've been doing a lot of like pigeon poses, and my lack of like flexibility in the beginning kind of affected me a bit. And doing those, like what I was talking about earlier, those like elevated pigeon helps too, and it's a little easier on the joints. Where like if you have like a bench or a couch or something like that, where basically your front leg is like on the raised surface, it's a little easier because you're not putting all your weight down on your hips and everything on the ground, which this takes a little bit more flexibility.
Absolutely.
You can definitely control it a lot easier. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, hold on.
Rocket?
Like here.
Come back.
No. So like obviously if you have like a bench, so basically because you can do this and you can use your arms to kind of hold yourself up a little bit, but it allows you to get back in without actually your knees and stuff aren't even on the ground anywhere if that's like an issue.
You can also turn that bench and run along it. That way it'll support your entire body in the event that your back leg gives out. But it'll act as a guide to keep your hips straight.
I mean, if, you know what? If we're all going to give some modifications right now, one of the best modifications, if you lay down on your back, cross your leg, and then pull your knee to your opposite shoulder, it facilitates the same stretch. That's a good one. Yeah, you know, I train a little bit.
You're almost a doctor, aren't you, sir?
I love it.
In 2 years, yes.
All right, so come on to your stomachs. And we're going to do the same squared out leg thing. Our half frog is on the other side.
Ooh.
All right, again, apologies for interrupting the nutrition thing. I just wanted to make sure that we got because that was a modification question. I wanted to grab it while it was still within context.
Oh yeah, but I mean, and maybe you guys can chime in on that too. I just was saying that like, I think a majority of the questions I get are about diet. You know, like how many calories do I eat? Like what kind of macros should I hit? Like those sorts of things. And I mean, I'm sure you guys see that too.
What do you do in that situation?
Those are some of the biggest changes that make the biggest impact.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I
definitely.
usually point people to like I think everyone points everybody to the TDEE calculator, the total daily energy expenditure calculator, where you can kind of like see what your maintenance calories should be, what your bulking, what your cutting calories should be. What's that?
Sorry, you were saying something. I just was a dumbass.
Oh no, you're good.
No, it's okay.
But,
It's
'cause,
all
like-
right.
No, I just we were talking. I was like, damn it! I always have a tendency to do that. Like, oh yeah, I'll speed up by finishing your sentence while you say it as well. Nobody is good.
It's just
No,
teamwork.
you're good. You're good. But yeah, so I mean, that's usually what I do. I point people that way. It's really hard because it's like, especially if like it's some random person that you don't really know who they are or anything about their life. Like, everyone's so different that it's really hard to just be like, here's some cookie cutter answer for
Mhm.
what you need to do. And I really just end up pointing someone like, if you have problem losing weight, whatever, like I highly recommend you like speak to like a medical professional about it. Someone that knows you and like, hopefully has some like medical history on you and that sort of thing. Because they can really like, either refer you to a nutritionist or that sort of thing. It's not really, to me, it's not the kind of advice I want to be giving out over like Twitch because, I don't know anything about a lot of these people. And
Yeah, definitely.
Those are some of the toughest conversations to have because I didn't think about it until I started getting a couple on stream, but I found myself like as the personal trainer in me is always like, well, I need more information. What are you doing?
Yes.
What's your goal? How do you move? How do you what allergies do you have? I'm always like asking a ton of questions, and by that time that person's like, I thought this was a drive-through. You could just give me that like pill and it was gonna be fine, and now I'm already gone. I'm talking to my fucking self usually.
Yeah, no, that's super interesting that you say that. A lot of viewers take it as a drive-through, and I've never heard that before, and I like that, where they want the fastest possible answer. But it's hard when it comes to fitness, like you guys are saying, because everybody's so unique. You can't just give like one concise answer, like, all right, I don't know, dude, move more, eat less. You're like, there's so much that goes into that if you're trying to lose weight or bulk or what have you. So that's interesting.
And it's like, and one of the things I always think about is like, I'm still like learning me. Like fitness is so much about like trial and error, because it's like, what's my body going to respond to? What, whether that's like how much weight I'm lifting, like what kind of volume I'm lifting, like what I'm eating, like what kind of macros I respond best to. And so it's like funny because sometimes I'm like, I'm still learning like me and like what my body wants or needs in order for me to like reach my goals. And so it's like having someone come in and just be like, I weigh 180 pounds. I want to be 150 pounds. Like, what do I do? Like, it's like, dude, there's no way I can just give you that like spiel of like eat less calories than you burn more calories than you eat in a day.
Testosterone changing as you get older, like it all changes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
The big thing that I tell people is track. Before you make any changes, track, because you will surprise yourself in what you're actually doing.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny how you think
2
you're
weeks
good
before you even make any changes, because if you start changing things and you don't know what your baseline is, then you don't know what's working and what's not.
100%.
All right, so
I
we're
feel
gonna
like some people. Oh, go ahead, NINAERA.
I was saying what I said. Lean over, and we're gonna keep your hips facing forward and lean over to the side. If your hand goes on a calf, that's fine. Do not judge your mobility based on mine. I have really long, ridiculously long arms for deadlifting, so
I'm judging.
I'm able to like hook around my foot.
I hate myself right now. Wait, so Meg, what were you gonna say? I'm curious.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I feel like some people can get really triggered by the word tracking because they immediately think that it's going to cause them some like mental harm, which is not necessarily true. Like, you can see tracking more as like a budget, so like a food budget.
Yeah.
So obviously, like if you're making like a financial budget for yourself, you only want to be spending so much money on groceries, so much money on your car, so much money on your house, bills, whatever you're putting into your budget, you can see your food like that as well. So if your allotment of food is 2,300 calories, that's your budget. So I follow like the 80-20 rule. So if I have somebody come in, they're like, oh, like, do I have to eat chicken, rice, and broccoli every single day to reach my goals. I'm like, no, like you don't have to, like, unless you want to, unless you enjoy that, you don't have to. But I feel like a lot of people, you know, they'll see what's on social media and they're like, okay, I have to eat that. This fitness influencer is eating this. You know, this TikTok person is eating that. That's what I have to eat to look at them. It's like, that's not true. You need to follow your budget, your allotment, and just stick to it.
You know, it's funny, and like at least my mentality, especially when I go on like cutting or bulking or whatever, like I'm way more, so sustainability is actually a really big thing I always say, because it's like if the diet you're on isn't sustainable, if like after a week or two of it, you're gonna get burnt out of it and be like, because for me, like if I just eating chicken breast, like 4 days in, I'm like, screw this, I hate this, like I'm not enjoying eating, like so I don't do it. You know, all of a sudden I've got like Jack in the Box, you know. So for me, like I like steak a lot, right? Like steak, like I cook tri-tips, I'll do that kind of thing, and so I'll eat tri-tip every day of the week, and I'm fine with that, and it's sustainable. Yeah, it has a little more fat, maybe a little bit less like protein density, but if I just like lower my portion of it a tiny bit, but now I'm like sustainably getting that every day rather than burning myself out on it, you know, like a week in. So I think that that's important too, because I think the big thing you see is like if your diet's not sustainable, you're not going to stick to it, you're not going to enjoy it, and you're just going to fall off and maybe like yo-yo the wrong direction.
Definitely.
And, so I don't know. That's something I always say when I'm talking about like diets or meal plans is like you gotta eat things that you want to eat so that you'll actually eat them.
It's a lifestyle. It's not a short-term thing.
Exactly.
Nina, did we switch sides?
Yes.
Okay.
You did. You did good.
Nina, I will ask you this every single stream because I think it's important. I think there's other people like me. Okay.
I already know where you're even going with it.
Okay, so Nina, I cannot reach my foot, right? It's not a hamstring issue. I feel like it's a lower back issue. What do I do, Nina?
Well, Joe, what you can do is you can use a handy dandy strap or a t-shirt or a towel, and you can hook it around that foot and pull yourself forward.
Yeah, I ask her every time, guys, and every time I'm like, I will set that up, and I just don't.
What he's looking for, and I 100% just trolled him because. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh. Okay.
I'm
This took it to the
convinced
next
that
level.
He has like muscle in the way that's preventing him from getting into the stretch properly. That's what he wants to hear.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just jacked. Oh, wait,
You're
Rocket,
just too muscular.
your stream, you're all glitchy.
I'm glitchy?
You're like barcodes.
Am I barcodes to everyone else?
No, you're good on my end.
But you can keep dancing if you want to.
Wait.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no,
Wait,
I think
you
that's
guys can
clearing up
see him?
now. Definitely.
Yes.
All right, 1 second, hold on.
I mean, on my end, it looks okay.
Oh boy. I feel like
Welcome
Garth
back.
from Wayne's World.
Okay, that was
Yo,
weird.
this is a game changer. Why did I never think to do this?
Yeah. So straps, towels, t-shirts.
Chains,
Rocket.
whips, gags. What?
Hold.
This is
that
the
strap or
gateway
the
to that.
towel in your top arm
Uh-huh.
and pull the other end of it down.
Okay, I can't do it.
What is happening?
So this will allow you to control but deepen a tricep stretch.
Oh yeah, there's no way.
So I always forget the name of this, and I know someone's gonna be able to chime in and tell me of it. So there's something I do similar to this to help with my internal and external rotation on my shoulders because I have like really poor shoulder mobility, and I use like a PVC pipe or whatever, and you're gonna know, and someone's gonna chime in right when I say this. So you basically you do whatever like the thing is, and you use the pipe to like force your body in that motion, but then you push against it.
It's a
You
called
guys know what I'm
stretch
talking about?
contract.
I know, but there's like a really scientific name for it. It's like something neuromuscular.
Proprioceptive
facilitation.
neuromuscular facilitation. Yep, PNF.
Yeah. So like that. So like I'm pushing against my joint and pushing back with my hand. So I'm engaging the muscle that I'm stretching at the same time. And it kind of works. And it's kind of the same thing I do behind my back where I'm pulling it forward with my upper hand and pushing my arm back.
You know, it's kind of crazy for physical therapy. So for everyone who doesn't know, I'm in a doctoral program for physical therapy. This is like a big component of the actual stretching portion of physical therapy, where it's like, okay, I'm going to take you to the point where you feel a good stretch, and then I just want you to contract the muscles. Like, okay, hold it, now relax. I'm going to push you a little bit further, and you just repeat that. And you're like, now you're more flexible, yay! And
Yeah,
like the whole
it
thing.
helps. It's helped with my shoulder pain so much from like benching and stuff. It's insane.
I have a question for you guys from Minnie. And this goes out to everybody. He says it's 9 p.m. where he's at. He has no food. Should he go to Burger King and get some Whoppers?
No.
Okay, no from Nina.
No, correct
You
me
know,
if I'm
if it
wrong,
was-
Minnie, didn't you just have like food poisoning from Chinese food not that long ago?
Did
That
he
means he lost
really?
weight. That means he's in a caloric deficit because he didn't eat for however long.
Yo,
So,
Burger
I mean,
King
honestly,
is my system.
If it was anyone but Minnie, I would probably say no. But just knowing Minnie's caloric intake for the day, I'm sure he's fine.
I would say if he literally has no food that he can eat, Burger King is better than no food. So
You know what? Meg actually,
You know,
she actually brings up a good point though.
Minnie's pretty emaciated, you know.
He's wasting away.
Yeah.
But yeah, Meg, you actually bring up an interesting topic. Is quote unquote bad food, like the junk food, is that better than not eating? I know the answer, and I know where I stand on it, but where do you guys stand?
I don't personally subscribe to like the notion of good versus bad food.
Yep,
Food is
yep.
just food.
Yep.
So in
Let's hear
my opinion, if you literally cannot eat anything other than Burger King, then go and eat Burger King.
Mhm.
So not everyone is going to agree with that, especially in like fitness and like personal training world. But that's how I view it, because your body needs calories day in and day out.
Yep.
So if you're not going to feed your body's just going to turn catabolic. So
Yeah.
that's
So-
how
and
I
I-
see it.
Have you guys ever like fasted workout and you get like really wobbly?
Mhm.
Like,
All the time.
yeah, but like there's times like when I work out in the morning, I usually stream fast or like workout fasted. But like there are some times where I'm just like hypoglycemic and like I'm like I have no strength, I have no stamina, I feel wobbly, like this sucks, right? So yeah, like I agree with Meg. Like I don't think there's like good food, bad food. It's all about portions, right? So it's like
Yeah.
everything comes down to portioning, right? I know I can go to like Jack in the Box or like McDonald's and I can eat like 3 burgers like easily, you know, but that's probably like 1,800 calories, you know, which is, but so I'm like, okay, well maybe I shouldn't, even though I want to and I can. Maybe I just need to have a good mindset of like how much I should be eating based on kind of what Meg said earlier with like your budget for the day.
Definitely,
You know?
definitely.
So just tie everything together. And again, but it goes back to what I said about like eating foods you want to eat. You know,
I will add
is-
in that starvation's terrible on the body.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, it's situational too. There's lots of different scenarios, different people, different body types. It
Mhm.
comes down to macronutrients. It's like Meg said, it's not necessarily like the food I'm interested in. It's just what's the fat, what's the carbs, what's the protein, what's the saturated fats, what's the trans fat. What are what are you getting, and what do you need, and what have you had too much of?
Yeah, because they're not very like nutrient dense. I'm actually always surprised if you look at like the thing, like what it really alarms me about like fast food is just how much sodium's in it. It's kind of crazy. You wouldn't think like in like a dollar menu burger from McDonald's, you wouldn't think, but there's like 900 milligrams of caffeine. Oh my god, sodium. 900 milligrams of caffeine.
You're like, these burgers are really keeping me up. I love them.
I think you're onto
energy I'm
something
getting.
here.
Yeah.
Let's just
never
cut
had
out the extra things and just blend it all into one amalgamation of something I can ingest.
Yeah, you guys haven't heard of the McDonald's pre-workout burger?
Burgers.
Coming soon to you, yeah.
So really quick, what we're doing, this is called a seated straddle pose. You kind of want to take your legs wide to your edge of discomfort. So you're not quite discomfortable, but you're also not comfortable. And then you lean forward, kind of walking the hands. You want to keep your spine straight. So the goal is to bring the chest to the ground, not arch the spine downward.
Yeah, no, that's where I get locked up. Back
Yep.
is like, we're done.
Yeah.
See?
Then pull back out of that.
We're all the same here, guys. I can't do it
Yeah.
either.
Yeah,
Like,
I
See,
know.
it's my adductors that hold me back.
Yeah,
Can I
same,
put this
same. I feel
Can
the
I
same
flex
way. Like
today?
that's where I'm feeling all the pressure when I try to lean forward.
Yeah.
My adductors are like, nope,
Not
Thanks,
today.
not today, Junior.
If you
Not
ever
today.
want to add an outside leverage to this, take your strap and hook it around your rack. And you
Okay.
can
What?
use it to pull yourself
Oh, my
forward.
rack. I thought you meant my other.
Okay.
I don't know what you want me to do here, but
Like put it around your chest.
P1FIIT over here, super bendy. Oh my god.
Huh?
You're super bendy. How do you do that?
Oh, it's just it's ego driving me at this point.
No, that's
I'm
like
on
the
screen.
general
I
ultimate
actually,
leave
if
ego
you
at the
could
door.
see me up close, I'm like shivering and sweating profusely. Like I will make it here. You're asking like now if you hear any pain or discomfort. No, fuck that. I'm doing it.
Yeah, push through
Alright.
it.
So what you're gonna
These are
do
the
is we're
ego
gonna
of my,
kind of reach over to the side. So I'm
Is it
not
the
going for my foot.
the ego of my, or the discomfort of my ego is more than the discomfort of my body.
I hate these ones, Nina. This is my least favorite things that we do.
The side stretches?
Yeah, I don't know. This is just, I don't like them, and I never set up properly to do them. I need to grab like a strap and do it on my rack. But I'm just here.
So Joe, we've talked about doing like a PT assessment just because of my weird hypermobility issues, but maybe we need to do it like a movement assessment for you as well
Oh,
and see if
no,
we can get you into some of these stretches.
I already know why I'm messed up. Okay, I don't need a
Well, yeah, but
professional
that doesn't
telling
mean
me.
that we can't find alternatives for you.
That's true. That's actually true.
I keep forgetting to breathe. I'm like sitting here. I'm like, okay, I need to breathe.
All right, switch to the other side.
I'm bracing my
At some
core
point,
right
that-
now, like I'm squatting. Like,
At some point, that reminder kicks in, regardless, though, right?
yeah.
So the nice part is with stretching, you can actually utilize your breath to get deeper into the stretch. So as you exhale or inhale and fill the stomach and staying in the position that you're in, when you then exhale, you lose that bracing in your stomach and you're able to sink a little bit further in, especially for back stretches.
You know, I think Joe could actually speak to this quite a bit because he's actually like good at powerlifting. But something I've noticed, like having, doing like squat, bench, deadlift, right? Where you're not actually like, you're doing all this movement that's like perpendicular to the ground, right? It's like very straight up and down. So like squatting, deadlifting, even benching, and it like. Have you noticed, Joe, that it's like your like lateral mobility has suffered because of that? Because you're so used to locking yourself into this upright position
Yeah,
to support the weight.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of the movements that we're doing in powerlifting are in like the frontal plane, the coronal plane of movement, where it's like what Rocket was saying. It's very linear, very one direction, up, down. That's it. So one of the things that I noticed right out the gate was my lack of rotation. In powerlifting, you do not want to rotate. Rotating is how you blow out your back. Rotating is how you hurt your knees, your shoulders. Anytime there's rotation with heavy weight, it's usually bad, just generally speaking. So I noticed that my rotation was going away, and I noticed it when I was trying to pull out of my driveway. Like my car has a little, rear view camera, and it went out one day. And I was like, okay, I gotta look over my shoulder. And I turned around, and I was like, oh, I cannot look over my shoulder anymore. This is a problem. And ever since then, I've been trying to incorporate more mobility-based movements, hence bend, not break. I think before we started this, I talked to Nina. I was like, Nina, I need a stretch. Please force me to stretch.
Yep.
I hate this.
And
But yeah.
this is why incorporating all sorts of different types of training modalities is important because like cardio has its place in keeping your body healthy, making sure that your circulation is working because I do know powerlifters that have circulation problems.
Yeah, the bad ones do. Am I right?
Yeah. Actually, well, it's funny because I was talking. Actually, like I said, I've been having some work done lately because of my lower back, and my massage therapist I was talking to, he brought that up to me yesterday. Was that he's like, and for me, I'm like newer to powerlifting. Like I really only got into it a little over a year ago, and I've seen my like rotational mobility like go away.
Yeah.
And and it's been something I've really had to start working on in the last few months because my thoracic mobility is horrible, like and so it's good like doing things like this, like reminding me to like keep moving, and it's just as important as like lifting the weight, is keeping mobile.
Oh,
and
definitely.
that's part of the reason. And the reason he brought it up was he's like, part of the reason probably why you hurt your lower back was because you're not doing enough mobility and your body finally gave up. It was like your body was finally like, nope, we're done. Work on this.
Funny, from a group fitness instructor standpoint, back when I was like visiting like physical therapists and chiropractor stuff, I was hyper mobile in my lower back. So almost on the flip side of that, not having enough is just as bad as having way too much.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, according to Dr. Stanley Paris, he's the guy that kind of made what physical therapy, massage therapy, and even a little bit of what chiropractors do, like normal in the United States. He's like the godfather of it all in the United States. And he has a pretty famous quote about that. He says that if a joint is hypermobile, so it has a lot of mobility, it's a lot harder to stabilize that than someone who is hypomobile, someone who's lacking mobility, to gain mobility. So on the flip side of the coin, P1FIIT, you have a harder struggle than someone like me, where I just have to gain mobility. You have to stabilize, and that is freaking hard, and you can probably talk to that.
Yeah, I mean, I've had, Rocket's talking about having some low back issues. Like, yeah, I've had a bit of that to a point where now I have like some deterioration happening in like the L5S1 and stuff, and it's just it's what I gotta deal with now. But yeah, it's like all the jumping around and stuff that I was doing in group fitness, and of course being a dumb young kid I can teach multiple classes a day, a week, whenever, and just going hard to try and inspire people and stuff. But yeah, like most of the classes I teach, it's like you're doing it. You're not just like, like walking around the room with a clipboard or stopwatch and helping them. Like, you're doing it with them. And so, yeah, there's a lot of just, and talking, like coaching. You don't even think about like when trying to talk and coach through things, but then also trying to remind yourself, oh wait, am I compensating? Am I holding how I should? So, yeah.
You guys ready for a spicy move?
Spicy move.
All right. So what you're gonna do is you want to bring your right foot, and you kind of want it parallel in front of you, like your shin.
Okay.
If you guys are feeling super tight, sit in a gentle cross leg.
Okay.
If you want to increase the intensity, what you're going to do is put your left knee on your right foot and your right foot on your left knee. Or, excuse me, other way around. So it's knee to foot, foot to knee.
Knee to foot. Oh. This is
Got
impossible.
I got it.
Now, the next level to this is leaning forward. So this is where a strap or a t-shirt or a towel and a rack is very, very useful.
Iraq? The country?
It's a landlocked country in the Middle East. That's all I know.
Also, if you have somebody with you, you can do a partner stretch with this and have someone pull you forward.
Ooh.
If anyone touched me in this position right now, I would strike them. This is close to bend and break, so don't go down there. Partner to this.
You're like, also I live alone, so please no one touch me.
How great would it be? Because I'm literally home alone right now. If I was like, I can't get up from this, help anyone.
It's like, I'll be there in an hour.
Just wait for.
I've been there in the past year, and I've had to call a friend.
Yeah. I'm just like my phone's right next to me.
To what's the word? Backpack along with the last conversation about injuries, because I feel like I come from an interesting standpoint. So I never had a lower back injury or anything like that.
You're young.
It's a weird flex.
But I know I'm only 24, but that goes to show that I fractured my hip in basic training. And then I also have arthritis in my left knee. I also bruised my tailbone, all from the military. Thanks, Uncle Sam. And so I feel like I could come from a different standpoint of recovering from those kinds of injuries because you don't really hear about those as often. So that's why I'm a huge believer in glute training because it really helped me out with hip injury. So, and like, I know I get a lot of shit from people about, you always do hip thrusts, that's all you do. I'm like, because it seriously helped me out so much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Same thing if it helped.
yeah.
Yeah.
Two things though
So-
with that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead first, Nina. Go ahead.
I was gonna say sit up, and we're gonna do 2 twists really quick. So
Yeah.
we're not yanking. This is a gentle stretch. So just kind of use the knee to gently pull your body over.
So yeah, two things though with what Meg was saying. I saw her glute raise. Was it 300 pounds in person?
500.
500.
Oh, it's 500. I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
500.
I'm so sorry. I thought. Okay, my bad.
It's
I
all
saw her
good.
do 500. I also saw her do 300. Just gonna
Okay.
throw that out there. Other side. And Meg, if you don't mind it, what part of the hip did you break? Do you remember
So it was
what happened?
called, it's called your IPR. It's like one of your growth plates in your hip, and it doesn't fully fuse in females until you're like 26, I think. And I fractured my hip when I was 18. So, yeah. So what
Your plates
happened
weren't fully
was,
grown?
yeah, essentially. So like they just hadn't fully fused together, and I think it was a combination of the constant running in basic training, because if you're not walking or if you're not marching, you're running. Like they don't care. If you're not marching, you're running. So I think it was a combination of that and me being undertrained because I didn't do sports as a kid. I never enjoyed it.
Oh wow.
And so when I went to basic training, obviously you're running a lot, and we were doing like a marching ceremony practice basically. And the drill sergeant, he walked to the other side of this area, and then we all had to go run to form up in that formation. And like all of a sudden I just got this like shooting pain like up my groin. I was like, oh my God.
Whoa.
And like
At
I had
18.
never like broken a bone, never had anything happen to me like that before. I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
Yeah, it was no fun at all.
I kind of had a similar experience. I like in boot camp, I broke my 3rd metatarsal in my foot.
Oof.
So in Marine Corps boot camp, like the last thing you do before you become a Marine is this thing called the Crucible, and you hike something. It's like 56 miles over 54 hours or something like that, and you have to do all these like buddy challenges along the way, like get over this log as a team, you know, like that kind of thing.
Okay.
And the last part of it is called the Reaper hike, and you hike. It's like 10 miles, and in the middle of it, there's this big ass mountain they call the Reaper. And about 2 miles into it, I was just like walking, like hiking, and I was like, my foot hurts really bad. Okay, ow. And I was like, it was bad, and I ended up hiking the whole thing with a broken foot.
Yeah.
And,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, and
I passed my final PT test and did a 20-mile ruck march with a nearly broken. So.
If you guys haven't,
Don't
switch your
recommend.
legs for the knee to fit to me.
Switch your legs.
Yeah. So I was in marching band. You know, that was cool. That was a fun time. We had a lot of fun in our like summer band camps. I hurt my shoulder one time holding my trumpet. Yeah.
I also
Have you-
did
have
marching
you guys
band,
ever-
but I got
have you guys
booted off of playing my instrument for color guard.
Like,
What
have
the
you ever?
heck?
P1's like, have you ever gotten a valve stuck on a trumpet?
I
Dude,
actually know what
that's
you're talking
brutal.
about there. Yeah, it's a very normal thing. The third valve, it always does. Oh, you were making a joke. Sorry.
The third valve always gets fucking stuck.
It's like, you guys think the Crucible is hard. Yeah, try blowing on a trumpet for 10 minutes straight.
Losers.
That's just the first song.
What's funny is I'd always whine about that, and the people with like the tubas and baritones are like, "Just shut up, little kid." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, yours is way bigger than mine," and that's what I said to them.
You know, it's
And then they
funny
start
that you
walking
guys
behind
say
you,
that.
like, oh.
No, I was gonna say, Mini, for everyone who doesn't know, Miniature Action Jesus, he played tuba in high school and in college, and he's like, "Hey, yo, the military is hard and stuff, but try marching backwards at 200 beats per minute carrying a tuba."
Yeah.
Oh god, those halftime shows, you got to get from like the 20-yard line on one side to the 20-yard line on the other side in like 16 counts. You don't know urgency until you have to do that.
You know what I'm hearing right now? That like fitness is important in like all aspects of life, regardless of if it's like sports or whatever. Like I feel like it's a usable thing anywhere, any sect of life you are.
All right,
Darth,
important
that was
question.
a haiku.
Yeah, it wasn't.
How is everyone doing on time?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah, I'm
Cough, cough,
good.
Joe.
Yeah. Well, the reason why she asks, because right now, or rather, about an hour ago, I should have been taking a test.
Oh.
It's okay. It's just my future. But it's it got switched last second because a bunch of my classmates were like, "We need more time to study." And I was like,
Oh, so we're
no.
good then.
I was like, no. Like, I have an event to do. And they're like, "Too bad, you suck." So it got moved to today. It was supposed to be yesterday. So I'm just gonna take it late, and it's fine. It's not a problem.
You sure?
Yeah. It's fine. I already talked to the teacher and everything.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
All right, so gently come out of that, and we're gonna come into a cross seat.
It's funny because I can get into that position and pretty comfortably sit there, but as soon as I'm like getting out of it, my knees are like.
So talking about that rotational and the side-to-side movements, we're gonna do another side stretch. This one's going to be a little bit easier for you guys to do. What you're gonna do is you're gonna anchor your hand on one knee.
Okay.
Oh, across.
Opposite knee. Yeah, do it across.
I'm like, yes.
So the reasoning for that is you're going to reach up and over. Where your arm position's at with this is not quite as important. What is important is the hand that is anchored on your knee, because it is going to keep you from toppling over to the side. Because you're going to let your upper body create the stretch to your hip.
This feels good. I like this one.
Like this one.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. What I want you to try is see if you can shift your weight onto the right part of your glute
Okay.
without falling over. That's what the anchor's for.
I'm here.
Are you getting a hip pull at all?
No.
Okay.
Why? I get all
like,
lower
yeah,
back.
I'm
It's
gonna-
all lower back.
Oh, okay. So you're getting something. Just
Oh yeah, no, I like this one. This is good. I was like, why did you pick me out of everybody?
well, because you said earlier that you couldn't really feel it, so I was gonna try and alter it for you so you could get more of it.
No, it's so I can't. This one here, where I'm like in the straddle, any movement
gotcha.
here, I'm just locked up. I'm not
Okay.
moving.
Fair enough. We're gonna switch through. Make sure that you anchor the hand on the other knee.
And everybody in chat, feel free to do this. It's super easy to do. It's a great stretch, especially if you've been sitting down watching Twitch streams all day. Highly, highly recommend.
Yo, speaking of stretches, I did the thing that you were talking about yesterday, the test with the thumb and the hook and that. Oh my god, that is amazing, and I love it.
Finkelstein's test. Yeah, it's
That thing.
it's a special test for any inflammation through your first extensor tunnel on your abductor pollicis longus and extensor pollicis brevis. Boom.
Huh?
Yeah,
Those are a lot of fancy words. Those are a lot of fancy words you're using right
I think
there.
that is disrespect.
but here's the thing, though. I have to tell you guys this because I'm spending so much fucking money to learn it, so I gotta use it.
Yeah.
But,
Nerd.
but-
No, I'm kidding.
so I have a lot of wrist issues, which is why I do a lot of hand and forearm and wrist stretches. I do have onset of carpal tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Because I work in IT. I have had problems where these 3 fingers all the way through my elbow have completely lost sensation for about 2.5 months before.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was fun.
Wait, hey Nina, really quick. Can you do this motion for me? Ah! It's called a Phalen's test. It tests for carpal tunnel. Yeah. If you have your hands, can you see me? Like this, you have your fingers pointed down, and you place the back of your hands to your wrist, and bring your elbows down while keeping that pressure, so they're parallel with the ground. Does that cause any pain?
I can't do it.
Oh, okay. So that's also a positive sign for the test. What about if you do like a normal prayer stretch? This is the reverse Phalen's.
This has always been just uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, I was just curious.
That's because you did that at church and you were uncomfortable. So you know what's an interesting like rotational stretch I've been doing, and if you have a rack, it seems to work pretty well.
Iraq, yeah.
And it's a rack country. So like it's basically like, so I put my foot like up on my like cross member of my rack, so I'm kind of in this like standing like knee up position. And basically I turn and put my hand behind the other side of the rack and lean. And
Dude, I do that on the bike, and it's so good.
Rotationally, but it's so good because you can just kind of lean your weight into it, and it stretches everything from like your pec down through your lower back into your like glute, and it feels so good.
I like this one. This is neat.
Like I just, and then you can just.
It's a good pose too to like let people know what your stream's all about. It's great.
How you doing?
Power pose. That's the Eddie Munson pose.
Yeah.
So I know Megs asked for some spice. You guys want to try a little frog pose
Oh yeah.
before we go into our last?
External abduction is my jam.
Oh, we're
All
throwing
right,
some big words
I'm kind
now.
of an
Okay.
extrovert myself.
Don't hurt yourself, please. So with frog pose, you're gonna come into tabletop, and you're gonna let your knees slide outward. Oh, my hip just popped. That felt amazing. You're gonna let the shins run parallel, and you're gonna flex the toes. This is an active hold. Also, hello, Fit for Purpose. Welcome in.
Fit for purpose. For everyone who doesn't know, Fit for Purpose just recently went full time as a content creator, and he's a fitness streamer just like us. So he's living the dream, guys. So I don't know if you have any commands on your stream, Nina, but if I can get some mods on my stream to shout out Fit for Purpose, guys, please go shoot him a follow. Keep supporting fitness on Twitch. It's the only way we can all grow. And he's also a nice guy, and it helps.
Super kind, super knowledgeable.
All right. So Rocket,
Yeah.
bring your body and glutes back towards your rack a little bit more because you want to try and keep your hips
This is.
straight.
I know. This is what I got. I was trying to. Okay. First of all.
Yeah, if you need to
when I
stand up in the air, that's a better way to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was like, I can do this.
Yep, that's what you need to do.
And I feel like that sexy Patrick meme right now. Like, is it fat enough for your crabs?
Oh, I didn't like
Are you
that.
feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
You guys took this way dirty.
I feel very exposed.
Joe's on 3.
Like, this is a stretch I would never do at my gym.
AAYYOOOO.
I've done this at a yoga studio.
Well, that's different. Everyone's in compromising positions quite a bit, but
To be fair, I've also fallen asleep in this pose, so.
What?
See, I thought this is a lot spicier than I was expecting. I think it's just because my adductors can get really tight. So
All right. When you're ready to come out of it, kind of like send your body forward so that it stretch out your legs.
Oh no, I didn't set up right.
So you just kind of plop forward out of it.
Guys, keep an eye out for my OnlyFans coming out soon.
Oh yeah, get your snapshots and your clips right now.
Yeah.
What would be your OnlyFans
Easy.
name?
Pocket Rocket.
That's good. I like that.
Oh, Rocket.
I mean, I know some of you have seen them. Like my merch literally just has like it's like a fake pocket T-shirt with like a rocket sticking out of the pocket.
It's genius.
It's called the Pocket Rocket. It's called the Pocket Rocket T.
I love that it's been a year and a half and that joke is still
Yeah,
around.
I think the first time I said that was to you, right, NINAERA?
It was.
Like I was streaming and NINAERA was like,
my pocket.
yeah, NINAERA was like, I'm working, and I was like, oh, you got a rocket in your pocket, and she lost it at work.
All right. Work your ways down onto your back.
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Forward sleep, can I
Is
help you?
it time for pose
Not
awesome?
yet. Not yet. All right. So you're gonna bring your knee to your chest.
Both knees?
Okay.
Hey, cat, go away.
Wait, Nina, is it both knees? I can't see from here.
Nope, just one.
One knee.
Oh, one knee.
So,
Okay.
yeah, one knee to the chest. And then, Joe, you were talking about earlier, you're gonna bring that knee over your other hip.
Oh yeah.
Wait, my knee over my. Oh, I'm gonna turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
The single leg over.
Oh.
Starting position. Move. Ready. Go. Sorry. Flashbacks.
Oh no.
My heart rate increased. I was like, wait, what do I have to do?
Yeah.
I was like, we haven't rehearsed this.
So, go ahead and extend that foot all the way out while keeping the body turned.
My body doesn't do that. I'm glad I changed my shorts because my taint would fully be out if I was still wearing my regular shorts.
I'm kind of upset that you did change it. I need some clips. Like streamer shows it all.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Y'all, I'm getting attacked on the mat.
Loopers.
Yep.
Joe just had some like jujitsu flashbacks.
In this position, this is not jujitsu. This is
No, but
like,
getting attacked on the mat though.
Oh. I was like, if I'm
So-
getting attacked in this position, it's bad.
I'm gonna assume you've already lost if you're in this position.
Come back up to center, and what I want you to do is leap your hands back behind your thigh
Yeah.
so that the foot's up in the air, and we're gonna do some ankle rolls.
I like this one.
Oh, it's all clicking and popping.
Oh, that's okay. Y'all are gonna hate me here in about 30 seconds. Roll a foot in the other direction.
Okay.
Now stand, like do a handstand with one hand. No?
What?
Or like, excuse me?
It's like, you can't do that? There must be
So
something
we're
wrong
gonna do
with you.
we're gonna do a directional foot stretch that you should feel down into the shin. So turn your toes inward towards the other leg.
Mm-hmm.
This is known as sickle foot.
Sickle foot.
Sounds like a really weird disease from a third world country.
Sounds uncomfy. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know if I like it or not.
Yeah, this one's tough.
It's not so good. All right, let that go.
Whew.
And we're going to drape the leg outward.
Excuse me?
External hip rotation.
I don't think my leg drapes.
Oh, my hip pops. That felt great.
See, that's what I like to hear.
This is good. I like this. It's all about being friends right now, guys. I'm happy that you're all here.
Misery loves company.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Misery.
All right, and last thing, we're going to kind of circle that foot back down, bringing everything back to neutral.
Okay.
Bend your knees,
Yep.
and that foot, bring it up. So the leg that you just stretched out, we're going to bring that foot up onto the other quad. Hold it. And while you keep your shoulders on the ground, twist your body so that foot goes to the floor.
This one's good, guys. Oh. So, I have a question for you guys. Out of you three, Rocket, METALMEGS, P1FIIT, who's been the longest streamer on Twitch? Who's been streaming the longest?
I think probably me, right?
Yeah,
P1, I don't know how long you've been on.
Me?
Yeah, how long have you been streaming?
Oh, this would be, it'll be 2 years in August, so.
Or it was 2 years in August?
No, it will be. No, wait. Oh,
okay.
shit. Hold on.
Wait, how's that? You so
No,
far
I
from
don't
that.
know.
So it was 1 year in August.
I'm in a stretch right now. I'm drunk.
You know, I
no,
just
like
realized I'm
17,
going
17 months?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I just hit my 1 year. Wow. Yeah.
That was the weirdest way to say that.
Yeah. It's rare I remember what happened like yesterday. And when somebody actually, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I guess, yeah, that was, okay, cool, yeah. I said that to my fiance today. I was like, we were looking at like a tax report and I saw 2022. I was like, oh, well, that's why. It's 2023. No, it's 2022, isn't it? Yeah, sorry, I'll shut up.
All right, we're going to kind of windshield wiper your knees back and forth for a minute, just to kind of let the back chill out for a second.
Ooh. Yeah, so
But
Rocky,
to answer your question, Joe, it's me.
yeah, so I have a question for you, because you've seen kind of the changes that have been happening on Twitch Fitness, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about the overall direction of Twitch Fitness and Health? Do you like it? Do you think there's some things that can be improved? If so, what can be improved? I just want to hear your thoughts about it.
You know, so let me see. Let me think.
While you're doing that,
Let me think how it's going.
bring the other knee to your chest.
Other knee? Okay, well, I'm thinking. Let me think really quick, because I got to throw a minute in my thought here. Because so my biggest thing is, like, basically, like, anybody that's, like, I don't want to say has the balls to, like, come on and do, like, a fitness stream. But, like, I know there is some, like, people that can feel self-conscious about, especially doing, like, fitness in front of other people. Especially people it's, like, you don't know. I have respect for, like, anyone that's, like, willing to come on and do it. I have seen, like, a big change that I've seen is, like, obviously, like, some of the, like, powerhouses that were, like, in health and fitness have kind of, like, moved, like, away from it and moved on to other things, like, freaking Mum Furious Fitness, like, those people. But I feel like one of the things, and if you look at, like a lot of the people that are, like, really successful, and, like, really bigger viewership, there's, like, an aspect to it where it's like, and then this is kind of what I've identified, is that you can't just fully be fitness. Because I've noticed this in my own interactions, is that, like, I have a lot of friends that stream and are viewers and stuff that are outside the fitness community, and they get really hung up on the fact that I say I'm a fitness streamer, and I'm like, yo, real talk, like, I'm like 50% of my stream I'm talking, like, yeah. And it's, like, joking around and, like, being a just chatting stream, right?
Yep, I feel that.
Yeah, and I think that's something you have to really, like, lean into. That I always joke around and say I'm a just chatting streamer. I just happen to be working out.
I like that.
You know, and I'll go on and explain, like, you know, it's like my ear microphone or my hot tub. You know, it's like, you know, it's just what brings you in here. It's just the attention getter. But you know, I wouldn't say I don't like where it's going. I think that for certain people, they're like people are drawn to them for certain reasons. And that's cool. Like, I think more power to anybody. I just think what we really need to do as a community is this is something you and me talked about at TwitchCon is we need doing
We need to
events
get rid of
and
them. Sorry.
shows like this are
Yeah.
insanely important for the fitness community. Because one thing that we do in the fitness community, or one thing that we don't do in the fitness community that it seems like every other community does, is we don't do a lot of collaborative stuff.
Yep,
And
100%.
And I don't know if that's just because we all are far away from one another, or we just are really comfortable in our little home gym areas or whatever. But aside from the Twitch powerlifting competitions or big events that go on, we don't do a lot of collaborative stuff. And I'd love to see more of things like this, where it's funny to get us outside of our comfort zone, in there hazing us, and or
friendly
or
hazing.
even or the kind of idea that I talked to you about at TwitchCon, getting head-to-head fitness competition kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that if anything, if I could say recommendation for the whole community as a whole in the future is doing more of this stuff and being available to one another to do it. And I think that'll help everyone be successful and help everyone to continue to grow and the community to grow as a whole.
I 100% agree with that. That's always been my big thing that I've pushed, because it's going to be my fifth year on Twitch in December 22nd, 23rd, around there. It's when we got started. So I've seen the ebb and flow of fitness and health, even before it was just IRL, way back in the day. And the one thing that has helped grow the community has been things like this. So I'm happy that you bring that up. It's so important to bring other streamers together and just do stuff, do anything, just as long as we're all doing it together.
Yep. 100%.
Untwist. And then loop your hands behind the thigh.
Oh.
And we're going to do some circle rolls. And I'm going to try and rush through this last sequence because I'm getting aggressively snuggled on the floor again.
Actually, I have a question for Megs.
Yes.
Because I know Megs was a viewer, I guess you could say, for a while. And she's expressed to me before that it took her a while to actually start streaming. What was the draw for you to get into streaming health and fitness, and finally making that change and going from kind of being a supporter to an actual a streamer?
Do sickle
Yeah,
foot while you're
so
answering.
I kind of lurked in chats for about 9 months. And I was really focused on growing my personal training brand at the time, and I did an Instagram live and it totally flopped. And I was like, I want to go on Twitch anyways. And so I ended the Instagram live and I just said, fuck it, I'm just gonna go on Twitch. And so I just streamed IRL from my phone. I did some bicep curls. And
Nice.
Everybody just popped in. I'm pretty sure I had 30, 40 viewers the first stream because everyone was like, what are you doing on here? I was like, I don't know. So
That's awesome.
I just kind of threw myself into it. Honestly, I feel what drove me to fitness and health was that I'm not a huge gamer myself. And I had no clue that there was a fitness and health side to Twitch. Until my husband showed it to me. He was like, I think you would really like something like this. And I was like, what? That's kind of weird. People just watch you do shit? That's kind of creepy. And, what are we doing? Oh, okay. Yeah, I just kind of threw myself into it. And I guess what drew me to it was the fact that you can make friends while also working out. That's two of my favorite things is helping people, chit-chatting, getting to know each other's goals and their reasons why they wanted to get into fitness. And I don't know, it's so fun getting to meet other people, getting to learn from others as well. I am not someone that's oh, I know everything about fitness and health. You can never teach me any. I don't agree to that. I want to learn anything I possibly can. If you feel something works better for you, please tell me why. I want to learn. So
Yeah, I guess that's kind of like what drew me into it, is like the fact that you can make friends while also building a community, while also working out and doing what you love. I don't know.
Bring that leg forward and kind of sway it out for just a moment. And then we're going to bend the knees, bring that leg's foot to the quad.
Oh, this is
Shoulders
good.
on the ground, and we're going to twist, plant that foot.
I kind of like that
That's really interesting,
tagline
though.
though. Like fitness,
What's that?
like working out and making friends at the same time. I like that. I
Yeah.
think there's an event there. There's something there. I think there's a potential for an event.
I think, like, I agree with Rocket though. Like, trying to find a way to get people together more, like whether it's IRL or things like this. Like, I felt honored that I got chosen to do this today. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so special. Yay.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Speaking of Megs, when are you going to
I
come
was
hang
like,
out?
I would love to join.
When are you going to come hang out in here in KC?
I don't know. You just let me know. We will find a time. I will drive there and we're gonna hang out, and then I'm gonna give Midnight lots of pets.
Please,
Aw.
that way she'll leave me alone.
She'll leave me alone. Yeah.
You know, speaking of
Yeah, I
events,
think-
guys, in May, there's going to be a giant event on Twitch. It's going to be the biggest of its kind. I can't give too much details on it yet because we're still finalizing things with Twitch and some of the big promoters. But all I can say is come May time, just be really, really strong. That's my biggest advice. Just get really strong at the squat, bench, deadlift, because it's going to be a giant event.
Are you going to be heckling somebody again?
I will. Okay, first off, the person I heckled, he deserved it.
I did not disagree. I'm just asking if you're heckling someone again.
No, but this event is for all streamers and all viewers on Twitch. It's not like a Twitch Rivals event or anything like that, but it will be live streamed on Twitch. That's all I can say. I can't say anything more. Yeah.
All right.
Got it.
When you're ready, come up to a
Interesting.
seated position.
Is it something similar to something that happened before?
It is
Sorta,
an event
but-
that has never been on Twitch before. Well,
Oh, okay.
actually, that's a lie. It's something that. Oh my god, I really cannot tell you more about this, but it's going to be a giant event.
I'm referring to some other event that happened in the past that, but just like maybe a bigger version of it. But or is
Rocket,
it nothing like that?
You know exactly what it is, yeah. And it's going to
Okay,
be.
all right.
So
Got
it's going
it.
to be about 4 to 5 times bigger than that.
You say in May?
In May, yeah.
It's gonna be May.
Okay.
In January, I'll be able to give you guys the full details on it. But just come May time, just get
Cool.
strong.
I'm excited. Well, it's bulking season, so it's perfect
Yeah.
timing.
I
Might
want
be for
giant
you. I'm
PRs.
getting ready for a 10K and a try. It's straight up cutting cardio season for me. But how you guys feeling? Congratulations, you made it through a yoga session.
Nice.
Oh, we did it.
Oh.
I am the champion. Oh.
So, Rocket, did I break
Yeah?
you?
No. I feel limber. I feel bendy.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was
guys.
very concerned that I was going to break him.
I feel great right now.
I actually do too. I'm real happy with my, because I ended stream maybe like an hour before this stream, and I'm real happy with that decision because it kind of like that, that like post-workout stiffness you get.
Mm-hmm.
Giggly. It I was able to kind of work all that out, so I'm feeling pretty good. Thank you, NINAERA.
I do have a very important question for you, though.
Me
Yes.
specifically or everyone? Okay.
No, specifically for you. How many lines of breed do you snort on a daily basis?
Honestly, I take one scoop. I take one scoop of pre-workout. It's not even like okay. I'm a bit okay.
He's
I'm
got
a
to
very
figure out
energetic-
an excuse.
Yeah.
No, listen.
Come up with a
let's get
believable
deep really
lie.
quick.
Let's go.
Let's get deep really quick. Okay, I'm like very ADHD, and my entire life I've always been extremely energetic, right? To the point where like there were times where I would be like ostracized by people because I was like very hyper. But as I grew up, I learned how to like control myself when I'm around people. And you know, I mean, I have like a businessy job and like whatever. And streaming is the one time I can just like open the floodgates and just let like all of my nonsense come out. And so yeah, it might seem a little crackheady, it might seem a little crazy, but it's like literally the truest form of like who I am, plus 350 milligrams of caffeine that you know I can be. And that's why I love streaming, because I'm just like, who gives a fuck? Like I don't have to see the upset or confused expressions on your faces. I just can go and let it out. And like I say it all the time. I get done streaming and I'm like, what the fuck just happened for the last 3 hours? I have no idea. But
Sam.
so that
it.
is
Never
it.
stop
That's where my energy comes from and why I am the way that I am.
I just had to ask, but yeah, dude, you consume more caffeine in one day
It's
than I
not even.
consume all week.
It's not even. I drink like a little cup of coffee in the morning to wake up, and then I take pre-workout in like the afternoon. That's it.
It's all natural.
It's not even that. Yeah, I am au natural.
Wow. No, but the energy is contagious. Like sometimes when I'm like, do I want to stream today? Like I'm kind of like not feeling it. I'll turn on your stream, Rocket, and I'm just like, I'm good to go. Like this is exactly what I needed.
It is.
All
You know
right,
what's
ready
funny?
to go to the gym
It's
now.
because he's here to pump us up.
Yep.
There's times, honestly, where I'm like starting stream and my like starting soon screen's going, and I'm just like, I don't know, I'm not really like feeling it. Like I just am kind of bleh. And like I get, it's like the second that face cam turns on and people are like chatting with me, I'm just like, let's fucking go, let's go. And
You're a performer.
you know, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
but it's like interesting because it's like sometimes I won't even feel the energy, and then it'll just like erupt out of me once I'm kind of like in the situation. And
Wait, what?
Why?
like I said,
why
I'm not the biggest.
Imagine Rocket. So like Rocket's starting soon screen is going. He's like, okay, gotta get on camera. I gotta be energetic. All right, let's go.
It seriously is that.
It's the
We've seen him
polar
do that
opposite.
on camera.
It's the polar opposite. I sit down on one of my benches and I just sit there quietly for like 5 minutes. Because I'm like, it's like I'm just centering myself to like do it, and I don't know. But like I said, I'm not the biggest, I'm not the strongest, but I'll have the most energy. That's it. That's like what I always aim for.
That's real. That's group. I mean, group fitness stuff. Anytime I've ever taught a class, it's the same. It's you know, you're there for the people that are in front of you, and if you can't dial up your energy, it looks like you don't care or don't want to be there, and people can see that and feel that, and so it's like it's not about me, it's about them, and so it's like, all right, here we go, let's fucking bring it. And so you just dial it up, and you remember, like for me as a group fitness instructor, what I've always told my instructors, because you know you teach the same classes week after week after week, and eventually it kind of, you get to that plateau or burnout phase. But no matter what, the only thing that's kept me as where I'm at with teaching group fitness and gotten to the level that I have with it is that it's always right before class starts. It's like, I love doing this. Like it's like, look what I get to do, and it's just like, I'm gonna be flamboyant. I'm gonna be energetic. I'm gonna get somebody to smile, because that ripple is gonna affect their whole fucking day. And so like when it becomes this outward, and you start thinking from that perspective, it doesn't even matter what's going on with you. And there's days where you're like, okay, I gotta like step back. I gotta dial back. That's just what mental health wise I need to do for myself. But like, yeah, you just. Sorry, we soapbox a lot.
No, I like it.
man.
I
love
like
getting
it.
into that.
I definitely feel for you though, P1FIIT. Like there's some days where I'm like, do I really have to stream today? I was like, I want to show up for accountability. And so like usually I'm completely honest with people who are like, oh, how's your day? And I'm like, kind of a hot mess if we're being real. I'm just here. I'm here and we're getting it done.
Well, fitness has always been like.
I feel like that's helpful though, because that way people aren't always like,
I find it
like
helpful.
it's not always super energetic. Okay, that's normal.
Yeah.
I like
What's funny?
seeing
It's
real
funny
people.
when I'm just like normal. Like I did a gaming stream last night, right? And me sitting down and like in front of my computer is like way different than me like out here standing up and like moving around. And people were like, "What's wrong?" Like, what's
Until
wrong?
you're
I was like,
playing
no,
the
this.
rest.
I was like, this is just me. This is just what I do. When I'm not here, I'm not like a crackhead.
That depends on the game, sir. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I've sat in your voice chat when there's been crackheads after 3 games.
Exposed.
Fair.
But yeah, to touch on what Meg just said, though, dude, like us as fitness streamers showing people in chat, like, dude, there's some days where I do not want to lift a single weight. It is so beneficial to show that. Because I have a few people that I train that come by on stream and check me out. And I'm like, guys, I don't want to squat. I don't want to deadlift. I don't want to bench. Can we just do bicep curls today? I'm like, sometimes you just need those days, you know, where it's just like, this is my mental health day. Some days I struggle. You guys get to see it.
Yeah,
Well, that's
exactly.
like what I
Because like there's gonna be days where I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely want to go to the gym today. Super gung ho about lifting. And then there's other times where I'm like, I am literally only showing up for stream. That is the only reason why I'm here. So,
who else feels that way?
but to caveat, I always feel better afterward.
100%. 100%.
It doesn't matter how the lift went. I always feel better that I showed up for myself.
Yeah, even a bad workout is still better than no workout.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
that's kind of what I said earlier. Like fitness, especially, is like it's not a linear path, right? It's full of, like I said, peaks and valleys. So it's like there are days where you feel amazing. There are days when you feel like crap. There are days in between. And as long as you're like trending in a positive direction, then you're doing good.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole point, you know. And so yeah, it's the same thing. And I feel the same way that some days I'm like, like I feel like there's been days where I'm like, I feel like like streaming today is a chore. It's like something that I have to do because like whatever I said I was gonna do it, or you know, I did whatever the reasoning. But I always leave stream in such a better mood than I like started it in. On those days when I'm like kind of down, and because like the people I know like my community, like I mean obviously when I'm like at 110%, if I'm at like 90%, like people notice, right? So like but then it's like people in my chat are like gassing me up, you know, where I'm usually the one gassing everybody else up. They're like returning the favor, and that means a lot to me too.
Oh,
I've noticed that a lot in stream as well. Yeah, the people become like your community. It obviously still being new in the streaming space as well, but the community is really like, boy, they step up when like you just when you're kind of like, all right, you know, oh, I fucked up on this again. Sorry guys, everybody. No. How's everything? You know, and you actually I feel like I went to therapy for a while, and mental health is something that I like to talk about a lot on my streams and stuff too. But I tell people like, actually, it's crazy that the stream Twitch has kind of become a bit of therapy for me, where I get to like talk and I get to say things, and I get to, if there's something about like when I can see, you were talking about like when you see Rocket, you were talking about you see the energy or see something, like I don't have to see people, I can just be me, and I can just sit and I can talk and I can be that personality and talk about things, not without seeing that the little eyebrow go up, like, oh wait, why did they say? Do they think that I like that wasn't what I wanted to see, or do they approve of that, or do they not? Like I can just say, and you get nothing but this like outpouring of just love and feel goods from the community, and it's been really cool.
And it feels really good, people like responding positively to you being yourself too. You know, and I always say to you, like, mental health is part of like your physical health, right? It's like there's like the whole I don't know, I think the concept's called like the whole man concept or something like that, but I mean it can apply to anybody. It's like mental, physical, like emotional health, like to create like a full package. And it's just as important, you know, to take care of yourself like mentally and emotionally as it is to like take care of your body. And a lot of times like your mental and emotional state will affect your like physical state, and like vice versa, you know. So it's like you really want to, you know, I mean, I think I can't speak for anyone else, but I know P1 mentioned like therapy. I've done therapy, like, you know, I've you know, it's important to like recognize those things and to search out, because it's like you're going to be more physically healthy if you're mentally healthy and able to like address how you feel and that sort of thing.
And it's really interesting too, because I feel that fitness and health is one of the only communities where we can say this. League of Legends streamers could never say this about their community. No shot, dude. No shot. That's how
Aren't you a
great.
League of Legends streamer?
That's how I know. That's how I freaking know. You know how sad I am?
You're talking about I always have an amazing time when I play that game.
Dude,
But-
I gave up that game because I had such bad mental health because of it.
Oh,
Like,
dude, it's
I'm in the
rough.
best mood in the world.
If I hear
somebody, games, I'm like,
if I hear somebody tell me to uninstall the game one more time, I mean, I'm pretty much already at that point, not playing it. So.
yeah.
Yeah, Rocky, you were talking about gaming, and your chat's like, hey, what's wrong? That's what my chat says every time I play League, because I'm just furious, just mad. I'm like, I will find where you live. You know, like, just angry.
What kills me about League, and just like weird tangent, is that you could literally be having the best game ever. You could be playing the best game you've ever played, and then your top lane's feeding and your team gets demolished, and then it's like, and there's literally nothing you can do about it. And that's why it's so and then you've got people like blaming you, even though you're like, I'm like 30-2, and just because their top lane's fed, like, what do you want me to do? You know, and
It's like, you should have been 30-1.
yeah, that one dad. It's like, you're 2-16. What do you want me to do? And you're blaming me.
They're not responding. You know, they're not. They've already blocked all the chats. They're not.
Yeah,
responding.
But they're like, no, I'm always sacrificing myself so you can get away, or like some shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
But also, the toxic League side of me is, you should have carried harder. That's your fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Alrighty.
never got to leave with TFT.
Oh, you got TFT?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Nina, we need to play some TFT.
Honestly, TFT I love.
It's
I'll
so
play
fun.
TFT. It's like playing chess or something, and you're just kind of sitting around. Like, you know, there's not like stress involved in it.
Oh, no. Win or lose, I'm happy.
Like, they should have just called it like Namaste. Like, hey, did you just get done with a really rough
over here.
like Summoner's Rift match? Play this.
Wow, did we
Namaste.
just come full circle?
And, yeah, we did. I just brought it back to yoga.
And yeah,
That's
yoga.
impressive. That was like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon brought us right back to yoga.
Alrighty, guys. It has come to that time of the night. It is 8 o'clock for me. Ooh, okay.
Same.
Yeah, I unfortunately need to get ready to take a test. But I want to say this. This has been a blast. It has been awesome. Thank you, METALMEGS, P1FIIT, ROCKETFIT. Guys, if we can get shout outs in chat, please, for them. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. And Nina, I always do this every single time. Please get a shout out for Nina. This literally could not be done without her. I don't know why, Nina. I always forget that. But before we part ways, I want you to take a little bit of time, tell people where they can find you and what times they can find you. Let's go with P1FIIT first.
Oh, all right. So you can find me on, well, obviously, P1FIIT, not PiFight or Pivot. I know I get it. It was not a good choice. But P1FIIT has 2 eyes, the play on high intensity. Yeah, I know. If I have to explain it, it's gone too far. I typically stream in the evenings now, 4 to 6, give or take, at Central Standard Time. We alternate between Monday, Wednesday, Friday, doing some fitness classes that beginners, anybody want to move and shake with us can enjoy it as well. And we've been getting back into some Pokemon video game championship stuff. So some gratitude journaling on Sunday, and around in streams from here and there. So that's Instagram is probably where I'm probably most active on there. Travis. There you go.
That was awesome. All right, METALMEGS, where can people find you and what times?
So I typically stream Sunday afternoons, usually around 3 p.m. Central Standard Time to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, I stream in the evenings around 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, about 2 hours. Majority of my socials is just METALMEGS with 2 Gs. I'm usually active on Instagram. I reply to every single DM that I get, unless it's sus. But yeah, so you can find me there. And then slowly I'm going on to YouTube and TikTok. So yeah, you can find me there.
Awesome. I'm excited to see the YouTube stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
And then also on a side note, I meant to tell you this. There was, when I first messaged you, I was talking to Meg Squats as well. And I was,
my gosh.
so I sent her a message. I was like, hey, we're still good for the 22nd, right? And she's like, what? I'm like, no, for the event. She's like, what event? I was like, Meg, what are you talking about? What event? And I was like, oh, this is the wrong Meg. I'm like, oopsie.
That's the Meg. Yes,
come over
it's
here.
the 2 G's, Meg.
I was like, oh no.
That's so funny.
It was also, yeah, she's awesome. But anyways, Rocket Fit, last but not least. Where can people?
I had to turn on my party lights for this, guys. We do like
I see
we
it.
we do like raves and stuff sometimes while I'm working out. I have lots of fun. So you can find me twitch.tv/RocketFIT, spelled that way, no underscores, none of that stuff. I have kind of a weird streaming schedule because of my work schedule. I actually usually take off like 3 hours in the middle of my day to do streams. So I just do about 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It kind of varies the days though, like I said, based on my work schedule. So you can find me there or Rocket_Fit, I believe, on Twitter. I'm on Twitter a lot. I tweet too much.
His Twitter's fire.
Yeah, and you know, I'm kind of addicted.
No, I like it. You're probably one of the few people I actively follow on Twitter. I like hearing your takes on things.
Twitter, the streamer Twitter is a wild place, man. Let me tell you. I'm every day I'm like, what's the drama today? Like, what's going on today on streamer Twitter? And it's
wild. And then I did it again, and this is not because I'm a bad person or I don't like you. It's just, Nina, I am dumb and I forget things very easily. But Nina, can you tell the people where to find you and what times? I'm sorry, Nina. Dude, 4 streams in a row I've done this.
You know what? That's okay. I like being the closer. It works. So I am at twitch.tv/NINAERA90. We will be doing classes typically on Thursday nights. It's 8 o'clock Central. They're actually getting moved back. That being said, there will not be one this week because I'm gonna die Thursday morning. It's gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to it.
Good luck.
I have a 5K, an hour-long cycling class, and an hour-long glute-focused workout.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
not doing shit afterwards. That being said, we are going to be doing a special stretch on Friday, and we are officially, as of this week, adding in a Sunday afternoon session for stretch class.
Woo! It'll be fun to make sure to check that out. Alrighty, guys. This was an awesome event. Thank you again. Hopefully, I have your guys' okay to repost this on YouTube. It's okay if you say no, I'm still gonna do it. But yeah, guys, thank you again for being a part of this. Minnie, be quiet. He's spamming no, it's not okay. Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, this is, yeah, we'll be doing more of these things. Like I said, I have big events planned. We got Rocket. He's on the phone, I think, but he's doing something. He's dancing. We'll be doing more events like this, guys. So just keep your eyes and ears peeled. This was definitely one of my favorites for the Bend Not Break. Yeah, Nina, do you have anything to say before we close it out?
Just do it!
Not that I can
Make
think of, but
your
I
dreams
appreciate everybody
come
being
true!
here and the questions and the participation and everybody joining in. It's what makes these events fun, especially with the feedback and actively hearing how you guys are receiving the stretches. It's what will allow me to grow as an instructor, because I am the newbie instructor on the block.
It was at this moment that he knew.
Nah,
You're a
doing
great
He fucked up.
instructor.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
Alrighty, guys, let's head out. And yeah, all right, bye, guys. See ya. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.